the name of that Pacers? Not the Indiana basketball player.
Pacers.
Reggie Miller.
No. The WNBA.
Rick Carlisle.
Oh, you. The
Indiana
Fever.
Fever?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
That's the chick NBA league. She continues to.
Just got louder.
Yeah.
She do well.
Yeah, she's continued to do well.
She was 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
Yes.
Okay, it's the second half of the podcast. It's January 2nd. For those Dudes Like Us listeners out there, in case you don't know.
It's not January.
July 2nd. For those Dudes Like Us listeners out there that don't know, we have a Dudes Like Us Facebook page with Dudes Like Us podcast, Dudes Like Us woodcrafting, also Instagram page. Check us out, like us, hit that, smash that button. Let us know what you think. We also have some merch available for you. Somewhat.
Merch.
Did we print T-shirts and I'm not aware of it?
Hey, man.
We can get some made.
We got some keychains.
Oh, yeah?
We have
keychains.
refrigerator magnets.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have
Some coasters.
Flying off the shelf.
oh yeah, stack them high, watch them fly.
That's right.
So thank you, Mr. Producer, Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean,
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
and we I mentioned Caitlin Clark, and I might as well just move forward with that real quick. So we were talking about the Olympic team and what the look on your face, Jeff.
Yeah,
Just
you're
took a
tired of
little-
talking about Caitlin Clark.
Like a little sample of the.
Oh, no, it was so... Okay.
So Caitlin Clark, there's in
We'll
my
see if that improves.
and we'll do the Michael Jordan. So let me tie a couple things in here. First of all, there have been some referees that were disciplined due to the lack of refereeing. What is it called?
Yeah.
Because there were flagrant fouls.
Right.
That were against Caitlin Clark, and they were just like, "Really, you're gonna let that go?"
Right.
And they totally didn't call it. And so I don't know. I didn't follow too much on it. I kind of just heard a blurb about it. Have you guys heard anything?
No.
I mean, I think there have been complaints that they're way too physical, and yes, they felt like it was being targeted against Caitlin Clark. I thought it was overblown a little bit, actually. I mean, they did address the one where it was away from the ball, and the ball hadn't even been inbounded, and this girl, I forget her name, Kennedy Carter,
Like tackled her.
yeah, just basically knocked her to the ground and called her a bitch, and
Was that the one where she was just standing there right there by the baseline?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then when she got her little technical foul, she got, sitting on the
Cheers.
sidelines. Then, her teammates are all hugging her. Oh,
yeah.
good job.
No,
oh, yeah.
No, not just her teammates. Angel Reese,
Yeah.
who was her nemesis in in college, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I think everything's settling down and they're playing ball. Angel Reese is playing great. Caitlin Clark's playing great. And it's a nice it's a nice injection of excitement and energy into the WNBA.
How's Brittany Griner doing?
She's back from her injury and she's dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the game on Saturday.
Was she 6'7", 6'8", or something
She's
like that?
6'5".
Is that it?
I think so. I would have to.
I think in
I'd have
female
to have
sports,
somebody
that's
look
pretty
that
high.
up.
Well, for a girl,
I'd have to have somebody look that up, but I think she is
was taller.
6'5".
That's how tall Brandon is. I think she's tall. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's see. Let's see how tall she is. She is. I don't know yet.
6'9".
She's born in.
Is she really?
No. It says right there. Height 6'9", 205.
I'm totally wrong.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
So-
crazy.
That's why she dominates.
Right. Yeah, she's good. She's
Interesting.
good.
She has a deep voice, though.
God,
So,
that
they
was
were-
the first time I had heard her voice, and
I
it
thought
is
she was a
crazy
dude.
deep. Dude, if she were to shave her head, you would not know if she was a guy or a
Did you
girl.
see the footage of her at the pool?
I hate to say it.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't have a top on, right?
And it was her chest was flatter than mine.
Yeah. I mean, you remember when she first entered the league? Oh, and even when she was, I think she was at Baylor.
She's at Baylor, yeah.
At Baylor. They were accusing her of being a man.
Right.
So
I don't think she
did,
is.
Did she have her? Well, you could tell easily by looking at the hands because typically on men, their ring finger is smaller than their middle finger. How's that litmus go? There's some litmus where maybe your pointer finger. I don't know what it is, but that's like on every human.
I think you can tell they're a man if their cock is longer than their index finger.
Correct.
Anyways, Michael Jordan made a comment about Caitlin Clark in the Olympics. Did you guys hear about that?
I did not.
Did not.
So Michael Jordan said that it's a shame that Caitlin Clark didn't make the team because she's clearly the best player that would have been on the Olympic women's team.
Damn, that's a statement right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was the reason why they said they didn't include her, because she's
too good.
no, because there's 12 girls that are better than she is. And as a rookie, that doesn't seem crazy to me. I've seen girls in the games that I've been watching. There are girls that are better than her for sure. So,
Man.
I mean, so yeah, but what a statement by Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Mr. Producer, do you mind pulling that up? Michael Jackson,
Jordan.
Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry. God, what that's wrong with me?
Michael Jackson's dead.
Jordan and Caitlin Clark in Olympics.
Yeah, I had not heard that. That is I mean, he's, in my opinion, the greatest of all time. That's a big statement right there.
Yeah, she just beat, not her, but the team just beat Phoenix, which was the big test for them, because that's got the MVP on it from last year, right?
She's good. Yeah, she's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's the one who called her out at the beginning of the year saying, well, welcome to the big times. So you're going to get knocked around. And
yep.
She's the one who said that.
Yeah, she's the one that said, you're playing against 18-year-old girls. That's not the same thing.
Right.
And it's true. It is true. But Caitlin Clark's, her game's getting better. She still has too many turnovers.
Well, we can't find that statement. I hope it wasn't dreaming that, but I'm pretty sure. I know I heard it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Was it on TikTok?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Could be AI. Fuck.
No shit.
These things are getting so sophisticated. You don't
but
know.
it wasn't. It wasn't Michael Jordan saying it.
That was print?
It was a news report.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Comments her. That's probably it right there. But whatever.
I mean, the biggest thing about her being in the Olympics was really to bring eyeballs to the game. I mean, if they would have played, I guarantee it would have been televised and everybody would be watching. Not everybody.
I haven't watched one of her games.
I know. But dude, they're selling out. They have more people coming to WNBA games than ever before.
Oh,
right?
no.
So I'm wondering if this is a game. Like Reese is playing. Do you think that this is all just behind the scenes kind of drama? That's not real, that they're kind of doing this on purpose?
Kind of like the WWE, like wrestling.
Maybe. I mean,
What
maybe
do you
they're
mean?
playing a real game. I'm just saying, but maybe the drama's fake. Maybe they're kind of like, hey, let's have.
I think it's real.
Really?
Yeah, I think the bitterness and the animosity that they have towards her, I think it's real. I think they're jealous and resentful that suddenly now people care about the WNBA because this white girl has joined the league. I think there's racism involved on both sides. I think it's ugly, and I think it's settling down. I think it's settling down now.
Well,
because she's walking the walk,
and they're starting to play ball, and they're starting to respect each other, and people are, you know what I mean? So,
well, she continues to say the right thing. She hasn't taken any bait on any of the harassment. She stays above it.
She's brilliant in what she has to say. I
Yeah.
mean, really. I mean, for her age and this kind of pressure, she is. I don't know who coached her. Great parents. That's all I can. That's all I can think of. Because damn, she says everything. She says all the right things. So, very impressed with her.
Yeah, and she's cute.
Yeah. Well, my only problem is she has too many turnovers. But she'll learn.
Does she?
Oh yeah, she averages like 6 or 7 a game. That's way too many.
Is it because she's throwing a pass and her teammate doesn't catch it?
Partly.
So is that against her or her teammate?
It's
Because
partly that.
It's still a miss.
Because I saw a big compilation someone put together of all her teammates missing her passes.
So those are more assists that she should have had. She would be averaging 13.
Well, they hit them in the hands.
Right. She would be having
Boom.
She would be having 13 or 14 assists a game.
I mean, if
Every
Patrick
game.
Mahomes were to throw 25 passes and it hits the guys in the hands and they drop 15 passes,
Right.
well, that percentage goes on the shoulders of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's an
It does.
incomplete pass.
It
Yeah.
does.
So I
Right.
mean, but they clearly hit him in the numbers.
Right. So I think it's a combination. It's a combination of turnovers. It's like a double whammy. What should have been an amazing pass, hit him right in the hands, and they should lay it up and in, should have been an assist, ends up being a turnover.
Why do you think they keep missing it? Athleticism?
I don't think they're
women.
No, I think they're not used to getting passes like that. She is an amazing passer.
Well,
And they're not ready for it. But now they're starting to play with her and they're looking for
I
it.
think that's true.
They're looking for it.
Once you start anticipating your teammates, what their endeavors are, the way their play styles are, it's magical.
Right.
Yeah. And they're getting better. I mean, they're 8-10
Hell yeah, there's one play.
after being 1-7. I mean, they're playing great.
I mean, I don't know. There are all kinds of teams out there. I mean, you get the ball, you fall down, you're dribbling with one hand on the ground, and you throw it backwards behind your head. And there was the Mavericks player that did that. He stole
Luka.
Luka. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, he wasn't even looking. Threw it behind his head. It was the perfect pass, and then he lobbed it backwards for some dude to alley-oop it.
To jam it home.
You know, I was like, unbelievable.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that the Mavs got rolled in the finals.
They did.
But the Celtics are fucking good, man.
But
it's you fought so hard to get there.
And
say you guys
lose 3-1.
Yeah, that was tough.
Well, look, honestly, I think they would have been 4-0. The only reason they won that one game was because the Boston Celtics were playing here in Dallas, and I think they just didn't want to win here.
Oh, they kind of didn't play all that hard, huh?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. You know,
I kind of thought the same thing. I was like,
did you really?
Yeah,
dude, they won by 30.
Damn.
Yeah, every game they outplayed the Mavericks drastically, and all of a sudden one game they lose that bad.
Like, and then they came back in the 5th game and beat the shit out of
for
them.
the win.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah,
it could be. They wanted to win at home. I get it.
And the Dallas Stars get beaten up by the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, they had a good run too.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I'm excited. You know, sports. You know, I talked about it. For a split second, I don't know, but you know, the fantasy football's coming up in this next month. You know, getting prepared, and
that'll be in August, end of August.
Yeah, I was going to say, when does that? So end of August is when the preseason. We don't draft until after the last preseason game, right?
Correct, because you don't know the teams.
That's right. So,
do we want to say something about David?
Yeah, we had a very. It's been a rough couple weeks now. We lost one of our guys.
But let's give a little more context. So we play in a specific fantasy football league. I say we because both Paul, Jeff, and I have been in this league collectively for. I mean,
98 for me.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been for me, but I'm thinking 15 years.
I think I'm 5 or 6 years at this point.
Yeah. But we've been in it for an extended amount of time, and all the guys that have been in the league have been in the league for a long time.
Yeah, they're all regulars.
We will wobble one person maybe a year.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just we had one of the guys, David Bain. I'll say his last name. Stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Stand-up guy just passed away from some medical conditions that he had. And that's sad.
Tragic, absolutely tragic.
You know, he's younger. He's our age. He's in his 50s.
I was going to say, he was about our age, right?
Yeah.
A little bit older, I think. I think he's 2 or 3 years older than I am. So, I mean.
So am I.
So.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
So,
no, I mean, all within that 50 zone. Yeah, I mean. And, I mean, tragic. Absolutely
that
tragic.
stinks. So his, he's going to have is it the funeral or the wake on this next coming up Friday?
Yeah, coming up.
Same day as our whiskey World of Whiskey event that's going to be popping around the corner on this Friday.
That's next Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be on the same day as the funeral.
Same day. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's it going to be?
It's at a Catholic church in Grapevine.
It's at St. Francis in Grapevine.
That's right.
So we really need to kind of strategize that day a little bit, not do it last second. So we don't have to spend the night at a hotel, but I do want our drunk asses to get back home. So
yeah,
we can. I know the Chuckster on the podcast. Shout out to Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Chuck's. You know, one of his kids may be available. Austin, the producer, Madman Max back there, he may be available. I don't know.
Yeah.
We pay him a little. You know, give him a little cash. You know, we could probably get a ride up there from somebody, and then a ride back.
What time does this thing start?
Where is it? Is it downtown?
It is downtown Dallas in a primo spot off of Ross Avenue. You know, it's in a beautiful
nice
building.
Hotel?
Yeah, it's nice.
What hotel's it in?
I don't recall the name of it, but it's a Hilton. That's what it is. It's a Hilton hotel, and you know they've got big conference rooms.
Do we need to make a lot of dudes like us magnets?
I would make some and
some
pass them out,
keychains.
and some stuff like that. Make some swag set up and go on there. But if anyone's in the Dallas area that's listening to this podcast, buy tickets now to the World of Whiskeys coming up July.
Is 1845 going to be there?
They are not. They are not.
Oh, you checked?
I did.
On it? Yeah. Did they not know about it?
They didn't know about it, and I asked them if they were going to go. They were like, "Oh, we don't know about it." And I asked them about it, and they were like, "I don't know." That's probably a big fat.
Right.
You know, they're busy. They got a lot of stuff going on. Like, fuck the world. We got our own shit going on. This is our world.
No shit.
1845. Shout out to those guys. 1845 Distillery in Lowry Crossing, Texas. Some of the best bourbons on the planet.
They're doing so well right now. It's crazy how
they just released their
successful they are.
They had a weed bourbon that just came out. It's fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel bad because I opened it.
Well, you need to be able to enjoy some of their stuff.
Oh, but it was so wonderful. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's just like, and I agree. I think, I'm
just like here, we have some unicorns out there. We could sit on them, but what does that do?
Nothing. Yeah, you never enjoy them.
You want to enjoy it.
Dude, I'm not on board with that. I'm enjoying everything I have. I'm starting to kind of open up and starting to enjoy.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to kind of wait. I want to display them. So I'm juicing the hell out of, or milking the hell out of, dragging my feet, getting my office freaking set up. All the wood on the walls. I've got to knock that out because I've got envisioned. You're helping me out with the one thing I'm fucking super excited about. I want to put big old shelves, big wood shelves, like solid chunks of wood. I've got like 7 of them that I'm going to stack up. They're like 4 foot long each.
Okay.
I'm going to stick them straight to the wall without any side panels. Okay. And I'm going to put LED light strips on them. And I'm going to start stacking those 1845s because I got like fucking
I know you got a million
bunch, and I want that picture.
Oh yeah,
where they're all lined up with the LED light under them, and
yes, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you got a lot of good ones. Too.
And then I want to start drinking them.
Yeah,
I want to put a couple labels on them. Kind of like
You may want to like the very first one they tapped. You may want to hold on to that one.
I'm not
very
opening that
first one.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't either.
I need to take the bottle back and have them put another wrapper on it. Because I get it at the house, and then Preston comes home from a break, and he,
what's this?
This is exactly what he fucking did. I was like, whatever you do, leave these 2 bottles alone.
Right.
Don't touch them. And he picks up the one, he's looking at it, and he touches the cellophane, and he pinches it, and it comes off.
I'm just like, why did you do that?
But it's not opened. It hasn't been opened. I know that the little plastic wrapper fell off.
Yeah, whatever.
It hasn't been opened. You're all right.
Still, I was like, what is going on in that little brain of yours?
Right. Yeah, no, you need to tuck that one away.
No, it's actually I do.
Bury it in the backyard next to the Henry McKenna 10-year.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you
which is regular on the shelf now.
It's about half full.
Yeah, we need to have that one of our podcasts because we have 2 bottles out there.
Yeah, let's have that.
What, the Henry McKenna?
Yeah,
I've never even tried it. No, we've tried yours.
Well,
we did try yours.
Yeah, we killed Sean's.
Oh, we've drank.
We did. We did. Jeff was like, I'm not.
Now
mine.
I remember.
And I was like,
fuck both.
And I was like, I'm not opening mine. And Sean's like, I'll open mine. We're like, okay.
I've got styrofoam cups.
Let's do it. Gone.
A little context for those people out there. So we go to our total wine run on Friday, and then we said, all right, let's go to a venue. We went to the trailer park? No,
this is the Railyard.
The Railyard. They have a bunch of food trucks out there. They have live band playing.
I have lots of bad memories at the Railyard, man.
Yeah.
Lots of drinking goes on there.
Lots of it never ends well. It doesn't seem to end well when I leave that place.
But that's kind of
it's my fault.
You're product of your own consumption.
I totally agree.
Because I was drunk, but I wasn't that drunk.
Right.
And then you were in a drunken stupor walking up the street.
Almighty. I don't know what happened.
God, your son got you. But anyways,
yes.
We went to Total Wine, and we each bought a bottle of the 10-year Henry McKenna. We're kind of like, fuck yeah.
We did.
Back then, it was a unicorn. You couldn't find it anywhere.
But it was like $40, right?
$40.
Now it's like 50, 55.
No, it's
60.
$79. $79 now.
Shut the front door.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Oh, but
because they have it on the shelf.
I know. We looked at it. I couldn't believe it either.
No, I still have half a bottle of it, but not of that one. That one's gone. You guys, we finished that one.
You guys,
yeah.
Hey, yes, you fucking guys. Yes. We drank the shit out of it. Yeah. That was why. Paul woke up with a butt plug.
Yeah, that was the first unicorn that we ever found, and I got stupid about it. Put it in my fucking safe.
You did.
I'm saving it for later because I want it out of sight, out of mind. Otherwise, we're going to drink it.
If somebody breaks into this house, the one thing they're not going to get is my Henry McKenna 10-year.
I was so excited to get that.
They can rape me all they want, but they're not getting my bottle.
That's right. Then eventually, I was just like, "Fuck it."
God, that's awful.
You get these things to enjoy them.
Yes, you have to.
So that's my opinion. Anyway.
Absolutely. I agree.
It's also about timing. When do you want to join?
Right.
Ooh, man. That's a little hot.
I mean, Well, that's a good point. I mean, I think they should be celebratory things, right?
I think there's certain ones you're like, I want to save this for whatever.
A moment,
Right.
like a
podcast.
like a Friday night.
Yes, that's what it turns into.
I
These days.
know. It can be any moment. It doesn't have to be
Right.
a graduation or a major life moment. It can just be, hey,
Right.
it's been a rough week. The
Oh
three
my
of us
God.
are together, whatever.
Right.
Is this accurate? Is the next Summer Olympics going to be coming up in
Paris.
July?
Yes.
Yeah, they're coming up quick. It's going to be in about a month, like less than a month. End of July.
I recall I mentioned something about Jordan saying about Caitlin Clark, how she should have been on the Olympic team. I didn't realize it was this soon. It's coming up in the fourth week of July.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because they're forming the different teams, right? The gymnastics team.
Well, they're
just
doing
got-
the trials this past
Yes,
weekend.
That's right. The trials. The track teams are together now. The gymnastics team.
Oh, you got
Swimmers.
the Simone Biles, that her
Biles.
name, and
Uh-huh.
Shilese Jones, and
Yeah.
those.
I watched. I saw a
Fantastic
news article
performers
today
are
on the
art
track
athletes.
team. There is a 16-year-old boy
Yes.
who
Killed
made. I don't know if he's an alternate or if he made the actual 4x400 team.
I thought he broke a record, which
No,
means
it
he
was.
is.
No, he broke the under 18 record.
Oh, okay.
When he came in third place in his heat, he did the 444.59 seconds, which is very fast.
Unbelievable.
44 seconds, and he's 16. Quincy Wilson, I think, or something like that.
That's crazy.
And I
Good for him.
watched his race today, and he still has some work to do as far as his form, I think.
Technique, yeah.
But he's fast.
There he is. There's a picture. God, he looks like he's 10.
Yeah. In the Olympic trials, he's wearing his high school uniform, the Bullis. That's his high school.
No.
So he was at the
way.
Olympic trials, and that's what he was wearing right there.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Good
So-
for him. That'd
so-
be fun to watch.
Yeah, so I think he officially made the. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he's a starter or an alternate for
The
the
Olympic team.
4x400. But
As a 16-year-old.
yeah,
Brilliant.
he
Love
made
it.
He made it.
And then there is a woman, a biological woman, who is a transgender man, but a biological woman who is on the women's team. I have no issue with that.
Well, no. I
So
don't.
she identifies as a man, but she is a woman, and she's running on the women's team. And she made the Olympics.
on the runner.
1,500, yes, 1,500 meters.
Well, good for her.
And yeah, Shelly and I were talking about it. She was like, I have no issue with that. I said, I have no issue with that either.
As long as her testosterone is not too high,
That's right.
and they test that shit.
And they test for that.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I'm thinking it's a lot more than just testosterone. I mean, it could be bone structure and everything. It's the whole package.
Well, when you, I'm not even going to say transition to a man. When you
oh, I see what you're saying.
they
Yeah, yeah.
take testosterone to
Yeah.
grow the facial hair, get the voice.
Right, she can't do that. I mean, it's a biological woman identifying as a man who is not
What was that?
taking the meds.
How'd they sound, Jeff?
Yes.
Adidas,
Are you saying that that's what a man sounds like, or a woman who has transitioned to a
Sound like
man?
The
Jabba
woman
Hutt.
they don't transition.
They go from "Hi, how you doing?"
I am Zool. Yes.
Like that might be too much testosterone.
So I didn't know this. Is this new that they have skateboarding at the Summer
Oh
Olympics
no,
now?
they've had that for. Oh well. I know they have the. Oh, I'm thinking of winter.
They have snowboarding.
Yes, snowboarding.
Yeah, I haven't seen skateboarding. It's the first
Snowboarding's is fascinating. I love the snowboarding in the Winter Olympics. I guess they do. Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Tokyo 21.
time. Well, I guess it's fairly new.
Made its debut appearance in the 2020
Just last year.
Summer Olympics. Okay.
You know, I gotta be honest.
Oh,
I
because
don't.
it was delayed a year because of COVID.
I don't
Fauci.
really.
I blame Fauci.
I don't really. Fucking Fauci, man. What a piece of goddamn.
Oh, but that guy
shit,
can
man.
skateboard. Oh,
Dude, he's
He's
fucking,
in his 80s.
he's a Tony Hawk.
You know, that guy is gonna. Tony Fauci's gonna get away with. I mean, what is it called? What did Hitler do? He
Oh,
killed all
God.
the Jews. What is it called when you
The Holocaust.
exterminate? He
Genocide.
Yeah, he's basically created genocide with his COVID vaccines that he mandated.
He would argue that he saved the world.
Well, he can argue, but the facts suggest otherwise.
I know.
But he'll never be held accountable for it. We have to take the law in our own hands.
Do they have stats today about deaths caused by the vaccine?
I don't think that they're gonna. They probably do, but the narrative-driven fact checkers out there won't allow those things to surface.
Because to be honest, I haven't read anything on COVID in a year or plus. Just because
Well,
I'm not interested in it anymore.
We had the Biden and Trump debate, and had Biden been with a little cough in his throat and just the way he sounded, they would have taken him and yanked it or shut this down for COVID. Right. COVID wasn't even on the radar, you know.
But there was one interesting news this week already, that there was a woman who sued when she lost her job.
I saw this.
Yeah, she's in Philadelphia working for the federal government. She was a scientist.
No, it was Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's exactly right. And she refused to take the vaccine because it was against her religion. Because she said that based on all of her research, she figured out that the vaccine, every single vaccine, came from stem cells of an aborted baby. So she was like, "I can't do this. That's against my religion." Blah blah blah. So they fired her, and she sued, and she won.
$700,000.
She won just yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a huge ass class lawsuit.
I'm thinking that's precedent.
Does that open the gates for others?
I don't know how it doesn't.
Well,
You know, some of these corporations are going, fuck.
Yeah, I bet you they are panicking.
What did we do?
Well, who did she sue?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, the company.
Well, I mean, but there's got to be some subrogation there. I mean, they were bound by the CDC guidelines.
No, they weren't.
No, they're not. Each corporation can do what they want.
That's right.
Like mine did not mandate it. They suggested that we take it, but they did not mandate it.
Yep. And my company said, well, you can't go to a client that says that you can't. If the client says you have to be vaccinated, you're not going to be able to travel, which means you won't get on some gigs, which means that might put your job in jeopardy, but it's up to you. Man,
I would just fake a damn test. Just come up with my own little...
There are some people that tried that.
Yeah, they're trying.
Oh, man, there's people that have done it, man. I mean, look, I traveled New York during COVID time, and I had my buddy a photocopy. Okay?
Yeah.
I just photocopied his.
Did you really?
Yeah. Got into bars and anything.
Did you look like him at all?
There's no picture on it. It's a piece of paper.
Oh, that's right.
With the name on it, it says COVID test, you're taking here, or suck a dick. You know, and that's it. You're done.
It says suck a dick?
I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Oh,
probably
okay.
penis, but
I wasn't sure if it was CDC language on the form.
It's NIH and WHO language.
Oh.
Fucking those guys. You know what? The UK has designated the WHO and the NIH as a terrorist organization.
Who did?
Okay, hold on. Start over.
Who did?
Who did this?
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to fact. You better fact the shit out of this one.
Let me back up here. Hold on.
Fact check the shit out of it. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
God, what did he say? Who? What now?
Great Britain.
Great Britain called what a terrorist organization?
Hold on. I somebody did. I got to remember.
The World Health Organization.
Yeah, the World Health Organization and the NIH, the National Institute of
Health.
There you go. Thank you.
National Institute of Health.
All right.
Somebody declared them a terrorist organization? I don't think so.
I'm telling you, they did.
I think you got this from some wacko dark web news.
No, I don't do that shit. So,
who?
Okay. Well, is Mr. Producer listening? All right. So who?
Who called the WHO a terrorist?
World Health Organization being labeled a terrorist organization.
Yeah, who called the WHO a terrorist?
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless it's some third world weird country.
Right. It might be Haiti.
All right. Okay. So I don't recall which one it was, but it was on the news. And they were saying that they declared the NIH and the WHO a terrorist organization based on what they did with COVID and how they were fluffing the numbers and not being real.
Was that a country or a person?
A person said it. It was about a country.
Was that the neo-Nazis that declared this?
No. No, but I think I thought I could have sworn it was the UK, but I may be.
God, they would be like the last country because they're super woke now.
Yeah, they are.
UK is super woke. They're totally gonna back them. You might. We'll get back to you on that fact check there.
All right, I will.
But speaking of fact check,
next week, I'll have them.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Have your printouts, fuckers.
Yeah, your printout. Exhibit A, Exhibit B.
Your mimeographs.
All right, so
pie charts.
Snopes is a fact is a well-known fact-checking website.
But they're libs.
Let's say they're well known, but they're not well respected because they're a bunch of fucking hating, lying pieces of shit.
And they're anti-Trump, 100%.
Yep.
Who owns Snopes?
And
DNC.
so right. But they recently came out backing Trump on 2 of them.
They don't have a choice.
Well, they do. They absolutely have a choice. So the Charlottesville very, very fine people, they came out and said, nope, that was, he never said that. He didn't mean it like that. And then they came out and they did the losers and suckers, the World War I thing that came up during the debate.
Yeah, well,
They fact-checked that one and they said it wasn't true. I'm amazed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Trump said that during the debate. He was like, there was 18 people in that room.
Right.
And none of them heard me say that. But you get the one guy, the guy I fired, who gets all disgruntled and then blurts out that to you.
After that.
Yeah. Of course he's going to say something because he's a disgruntled piece of shit. Fuck him.
Right.
And you know what? Fuck Joe Biden for even gaslighting that shit.
Dude,
Fuck Joe Biden for that whole debate. You know what? Look.
Joe Biden just doing what they're telling him to say.
But look, he made his bed. I mean, he's been a piece of shit for his whole 32 years in the Senate.
Try 50.
In the Senate, 32 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then 8 years in the presidential house as vice president. And then the 4 years in the dude, he doesn't deserve a memorial. He doesn't deserve jack shit.
Memorial. He's not dead yet.
He doesn't deserve anything.
I know.
He is a piece of shit. And you know what? I wish these freaking black folk would wake the fuck up and see what he really is, to see what he actually said in the Senate.
I know.
He was dropping the N-word about them. I was like, are you kidding me? How can they not be upset?
They're starting to figure this out.
Take the chains off. That's what he said. I could not believe that he said that. And they're kind of like, oh, it's okay. It's okay.
They don't. Well, no, they don't know. They hide that shit from them.
Well, there's a lot of black people that are starting to wake up to the Democrats and Biden.
Yeah, because I mean, what do they have to show for it?
Yeah,
they've been Democrat-run cities for 60 years.
Yeah,
and they're way worse off than they were before.
The Democrats realize that they need more votes than the blacks to be able to make it the next round.
Right.
So now they're like, who is our next? Who do we need? Let's give money to somebody else. It's the immigrants. And the black folk that are dependent on the government handouts are now like, whoa.
Yeah, wait a second.
Are you telling me I'm not going to be able to sleep in that reform area anymore? I can't sleep overnight there. You're going the homeless shelter. You're now going to give it to immigrants. You're going to kick out all the veterans. You're going to kick out
seriously.
They are United States citizens. And you're going to get it to somebody else that snuck across the border illegally.
That was a thing in New York City. They were kicking out homeless people.
Get the fuck out of here
to house illegal immigrants.
Well, did you see San Francisco or LA built that hotel for the homeless?
Oh, yeah.
The $100 million hotel.
Oh, wow.
Each apartment's like $600,000.
They were showing the amenities that it has. Oh, it's got workout facilities. It has the arcade. It has
an art room.
Just art room. Oh, here's where they come to relax in case they need
homeless people.
Homeless.
These aren't homeless. These are for immigrants.
No, these are for the homeless.
I think you're partially correct. I think it is for the homeless, but they allocated 70% to the immigrants.
No, it was the other way because there was
30-70.
No, there were. I don't think there's any immigrant component to it. I think there was a homeless. I'm going to say 250 rooms or something like that.
This is San Francisco?
It's either San Francisco or Los Angeles.
Oh, maybe it was the veterans.
And then the veterans get 42 of those rooms.
This is so gross.
So the homeless veterans get 42 and all the other homeless get the
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. So it cost
whatever, man. This is
a brand new hotel.
This is why California is failing. This is why they are so far in debt. This is
crazy.
This is why people are leaving.
Yeah.
It's poorly run. It's crooked as hell.
So is there going to be a point where home values start to drop because people are leaving? You would think so, but it doesn't seem that way.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will
either.
It's got to.
You would think it would, but they've lost over 500,000 people.
Right. Well, I know. I think I told you guys when we got a beer. I saw a news article that California pushed the electric vehicle so hard.
Yeah.
So a lot of people adopted the electric vehicle. What that's done is it's impacted the fuel tax, the gas tax that California collects because people are filling up.
Right.
So they spend $8 billion a year to upkeep on their roads, and they can't pay for that now.
Can't fund it.
So now they're starting a pilot program for all the electric vehicles. So I don't know, a few hundred folks. There's a little pilot program. They're going to start charging 30 cents a mile.
Yeah, to make up for their loss in gas tax.
A tax.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So how does
Crazy.
is the car going to have its own Wi-Fi?
Yeah, all those cars are connected.
So who pays for that? The connection.
The driver. Oh,
So
well, they probably just know it. Like even our cars, I think they all have all that GPS shit in there.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, okay, but well, guess what?
And when, if you remember that, what we talked about before, when you sign for that car,
Mhm.
buried in that,
agree to it. Yeah.
when you agree to this, what was the
That's terrifying.
what was the company that tracks all that shit? Anyway, there's a company that tracks all that stuff. They sell it to the insurance companies,
Oh, yeah. So they know that
so they know
your
that.
driving habits.
Yeah, so they know your driving habits, and your insurance can go up just randomly, right?
That is
So they know where you're going.
terrifying from a liberty perspective.
move on.
That's big brother,
Binks.
big time.
There's several.
Yeah, there was one main one that we discussed. I can't remember what it was.
Ram Track and Geotab. There's a bunch out there now.
Yeah.
Did you see also along the lines of them losing the gas tax because there's too many EV cars? There's a group of scientists that are sounding the alarm that they want to slow the transition off of fossil fuels to solar and wind. They want to slow it because they realize that if we get off fossil fuels too quickly, there won't be enough particulates that are produced by fossil fuel burning. There won't be enough particulates in the atmosphere, and then there'll be less cloud formation, which will make the Earth even hotter.
And drier.
And so they're like, whoa, don't
So
do
they're saying we need the pollution.
Right. We need the pollution for cloud formation. And they're worried about doing it too quickly. It's like, oh my God. My God.
The liberal mindset is they have these grand ideas, and maybe you're like, all right, well, that makes sense, but it's not going to work because of this. Well, they don't think that way. They don't think
care.
10 years down the road, or
Nope.
not even maybe a year down the road.
They don't even know the facts of what they're arguing.
Yeah, what's the impact of this policy?
Right.
What is that going to do to whatever situation that they're trying to improve in the long run? You may think you're improving something over here, but over here,
Yep.
you're ruining everyone's life.
Right. You got to know the full impact.
Just like the EV thing, they're pushing the EVs. Did you think about the gas tax?
Right.
You would think as you're writing through this, go, hey, if there's more people on electric not buying the gas, that's going to impact our revenue. That should just be a thought.
They just don't
logical
care
thought.
about that. They don't care about that. It's an agenda. It's get rid of. We want to sell the new Green Deal, and we're gonna allocate $17 trillion to it. What was the
Biden, the Green Deal thing?
AOC's Green Deal?
Whatever.
Was it 17 trillion? It was a
No.
ridiculous amount of money. What it was, and that's where they were like, all right, well, if we get the money, now we can basically fat roll it anywhere we want.
Right.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to do it. They don't ever do what they say they're going to do with the money.
I know.
Let's send the money to Ukraine. Oh, now all of a sudden that money goes there, then it comes back and into the pockets of other people.
It's totally corrupt. It's all about power and
You know,
corruption.
That's why I'd like with specifically Ukraine. I'm watching the news. It's me. So I'm watching the news, and it's like, they're asking all these questions, and they're talking so much. Oh, Biden and the debate, and he's old, and this and that. I care about that, but I don't want to hear about it all. There's so much more on the news that we're not talking about. I
Right.
want to talk about world affairs. What's going on in Ukraine? What's going on the shores of Ukraine? There's bombings going on. There's people dying. Right now,
In the Crimea region?
correct. And we're selling them the weapons to kill the Russians, and we're breaking Geneva Convention rules of engagement. And the type of weapons we sold them to spray on them. It's ridiculous. I want to know more about what's going on with that. I want to know more why we're not holding some of these people accountable over there. I want to know more. Is it Zelensky? I want to know why he has the authority to be autonomous in Ukraine, where if there is someone that's running against him, he gets the government to seize the people that are running against him's assets, shuts them down, arrests them, and just extinguishes their existence. How is that okay?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
And this is coming from Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi.
She said it. Okay. This isn't some TikTok or some bullshit. Actually, it may have been a TikTok, but it was on Instagram. I saw it. But it's just like she was like, we need to start talking about the real news. And that's what I'm kind of missing right now. You know, in there you go. In a nutshell, I want to hear more shit on the news.
No,
I'm sick of this stuff. I'm sick of what's going on right now. I don't give a shit. We know that Trump and Biden, whatever, but Trump should be president because he's better than Biden. If the superdelegates come in and put Gavin Newsom in there, then that's fucking just bullshit.
Yeah.
And they can't put Camel Toe Harris in there.
No.
She's an idiot.
Well, I think that's what their dilemma is. Biden is he's what you have, and you can control him.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is worse.
If the Democrats, if they figured it out already, they said that if they knew that Kamala Harris can handle that, then they wouldn't have Joe running. It would just be Kamala Harris.
Right.
But even Joe's kind of like, yeah, you're not going to fucking cut this. I'm better off being fucking blind and shitting my pants and sitting in a wheelchair, than you are. It's fucking nuts.
Well, what I find interesting is after the debate, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, he did so poorly, blah, blah, blah. They want him to step down, asking him to step down. And then the Biden family,
They huddled
at Camp David, and they're digging in. I think Joe Biden is digging in.
Jill
You think it's Jill?
Oh,
Jill.
Absolutely.
What?
I think she's
I
getting.
think
Because
Jill and Hunter.
She's been calling the shots, and she's getting power hungry, and she doesn't want this stain on the Biden legacy.
I don't think so.
She likes the expensive dresses. She likes the balls and all that shit.
Yeah, but more importantly, I don't think that
She likes the power.
Yeah, but I think that she doesn't want the stain. Like she doesn't want the legacy of Joe Biden to be ruined because he had to bow out.
I don't think it will be ruined. There comes a point in your life where you're like, all right, I'm done.
I'm fucking old.
I'm
Yes.
done.
Yes.
No,
I hear you.
See, Jill Biden has what they call Stockholm syndrome. She's been with this guy so long. She's been with him since she was 16.
Yeah, they've been married 47 years.
Yeah.
Something like that?
But I mean, she was 16 years old. There's pictures of her when she was 16, sitting on his lap.
But here's the thing. The donors can bitch all they want. The very high profile Democrats can bitch all they want. They can scream bloody murder and ask him to quit. You can say no. Jill Biden can say no.
Yep.
And she can say nope, he's not going to. And there you
Look at that
have
picture.
it. Oh God.
She's 16 there.
Yeah, we're looking at a picture of her sitting on Joe Biden's lap, and he's probably 30 something, and she looks like she's 15 or 16.
He's probably wooden it.
Yeah, I think you can probably tell if you look really close. Anyway,
I was.
I know you were.
I was trying to see some. Anyways, so
yeah. So I think they're going to say no, and I don't think they have any recourse.
I think our producer has pulled up some inserts, hopefully of the Biden debate, because this is these are gaffes that are
Horrible.
criminal. Hit it.
What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America.
Wrong.
I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period.
God.
We'd be able to wipe out his debt.
You can
We'd be able to
tell
help make sure
he's
that all those
memorized
things we
it.
need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with.
There's no
everything we have
substance
do
to
with,
I think the look that Trump gives.
No.
I beat Medicaid.
We finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
What
President
does that
Trump.
mean?
Listen.
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
He did beat Medicare, and he beat it to death. Oh, he's such an asshole, but I love it.
Dude, that was beautiful.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And he did.
No, the best comment he made was, I don't know what he said, and I don't think he knows what he said, but
Right.
Oh, it was great. I mean, but it's so sad. This is elderly abuse, guys. I mean, Jill should have pulled him. Like,
No.
I don't want my husband of, what'd you say, 47 years?
Yeah.
I don't want my husband of 47 years to suffer this humiliation. I'm going to pull him.
Instead,
We're done here.
afterwards, she sounded like an elementary school teacher.
Yep. You knew all the answers.
You knew all the questions.
You knew
their
all
answer,
the
dude.
facts. Didn't you
You're
do
so good.
And he's standing there going,
Hercules.
yeah, he was standing there. He was standing there going,
Here's a sucker.
What?
Here's a
He
lollipop.
did. He had that shit-eating grin on
Totally.
us.
And
Are
he-
you going to wipe my ass again?
And he didn't address the crowd, did he? She did.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I don't even think he spoke into the microphone.
Actually,
he
well,
did a little bit later,
a
but
little
at
bit.
first she was kind of like, how did he do, ladies and gentlemen? You guys out here, how do you do it? He did. And what did Trump say? He lied. He lied.
So dumb.
It's
so painful.
It's propaganda.
I
That's what
know.
they're telling us. Trump lied. Trump lied. Well, you know what? He may have fudged and stretched it a little bit, but he did not lie.
yeah.
Everything. And you know what? He held himself. I'll tell you what, if he continues this trend of shutting the fuck up,
It's going to help him.
it's going to help him. And if
Hey.
he just like stop with the one-liners.
Yep. Do you have enough? You have another one lined up for us? Okay, cool. Let's listen to this. These are highlights.
Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate
the
a
look
pregnancy?
on his
I
face.
support Roe v. Wade.
Means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth.
That is simply not true. We are not for late-term abortion, period. It's
a lie.
With dealing with everything we have to do with.
Look.
I love Trump looking over
We
like,
have the
what the
safest
fuck?
border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it.
There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying, and I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
Sodom monsters?
I really don't
What
know
did he
what
say?
he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. If a Republican did that, they'd go to
Thank
jail.
you, President Trump.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families.
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why?
Lie.
The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world.
He
Oh,
said
that's
the
a
only one
lie.
who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job.
The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it.
Oh, my
He wants to
God.
undo all that I've done.
The Paris Accord was going to cost us $1 trillion. It was a ripoff of the United States. He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country.
Presidential historians, they've had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history, one through best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history.
He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of
I've heard
North
enough
Korea,
of this.
I know.
All of these, Putin,
Yeah.
they don't
It's-
respect
so-
him, and he's going to drive us into.
It's absolutely right, though. I mean, all of it. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I
and
did too.
It was disgusting.
I actually wanted to. I got pulled away.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. We were in the hotel in El Paso. I got a drink. Julie had a drink.
I did too. I was
We were sitting
drinking.
there drinking and watching it, and we were just yelling at the TV.
I
It's
made a
like,
joke.
what
I
the
was like,
fuck?
everybody was talking about drinking games that you can play during the debate. I was like, all right, everybody drink if they say fuck you to each other.
Well, it all fell apart at minute 12, minute 13 for
it-
Biden. That's where he just,
Yeah,
I beat Medicare.
it cratered early.
And it was bad. It was
Anyway.
bad.
So
Well, I was going to talk some about. There's a couple of Disney things I wanted to chat about. Number one, I heard or understood that did Disney buy the rights to the King James Bible? Number one.
I don't know.
Number two.
oh, that's impossible.
Okay.
Who owns the rights to that?
I don't know.
I don't.
But number two,
I-
Disney has added chemtrails on all their older movies. So if you stream an older movie, they added chemtrails to the skies so that the kids that watch it nowadays can look up there and say, oh, those chemtrails are still were back then.
They're normal.
Yeah. So chemtrails, Disney added chemtrails to the movies. Why? And they bought the rights.
Like what movie?
Oh, here we go.
Dumbo or something like that?
Fact checks.
Perhaps.
Got some fact checks going on here. All right, so let's see what the
All
first
right, there
one.
we go.
The first one is the buy the rights. Yeah, no,
Viral TikTok. There's your sign.
I would say that's definitely not true.
Well, I mean, that's what they said, and they didn't have any information about it, but it just kind of like, really?
It's from the Babylon Bee, which is a satire website.
Oh, you kidding me?
No,
Yeah, you don't believe the Babylon Bee. It's a joke.
Oh,
it's a joke. All right, what's the other one?
That
You
is
said
fucking
what was the
stupid.
second one? Chemtrails in Disney
chemtrails
movies.
in Disney movies.
I don't believe this one either.
Yeah, I don't. That'd be a lot of work and money.
Man,
Right?
oh my god! If this is a lie, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm sure it is. Let's see. Why are chemtrails being digitally added to old movies? Let's see if this is true. All right. According to a new public option, they blah 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 blah. Video games adding these trails would otherwise be clear blue skies. They're trying to normalize this. One episode of CSI New York even featured a conspiracy theorist as a victim. Blah 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 blah. Let's see here. What
Specifically, Disney.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
Right there.
Oh yeah, sure enough, in the Cars movie, there's chemtrails in the sky. Well, I mean, chemtrails are. I mean, they do happen from airplanes, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. So here's my take on chemtrails. So you guys have clearly said that you don't believe it. I 100% believe that they're injecting our skies with chemicals.
And what are they doing this for again?
Because if you have an off chemical, if you're making something, let's say gasoline, and you've got something you need to get rid of, and you're like, well, I can't just bury that. It's
so they're just using as a
You
way
think
to.
they're spilling fuel.
oh, they're just
So they're-
spilling chemicals,
So they're
fuel,
polluting
whatever it is.
They're polluting
They're
the
just-
sky.
They're spraying it, they're misting it
Yeah,
in the air until where it's dispersed in a million parts, and you'll never know.
But the purpose is like to get rid of it.
Correct.
To pollute the sky.
They're polluting the earth.
Right.
I mean, it's coming from the sky.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe it.
All right, well, fact check that, Mr. Producer. But chemtrails are chemtrails a real thing? Because I've seen like video of pilots saying, yes, this is what they hired me to do, and they show apparatuses where they've got a tank where the
Yeah,
junk
but is that every airplane out there?
It's the ones that are making chemtrails. So have you seen what a chemtrail looks like? How fast it dissipates?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen the chemtrails that happen to be stagnant up there and slowly dissipate? They show you what chemtrails look like and how fast they go away.
Yeah, but I think there's more to it, right? So
Others have more elaborate theories, including that governments are secretly releasing harmful substances in the air and land via airplanes. Conspiracy theorists have nicknamed contrails chemtrails because they are taking advantage of this scientific phenomenon to secretly release other substances into the atmosphere.
I mean, basically,
You know who would have been a perfect person to ask on this is my dad. He built those jet engines.
Deal breaker.
yeah.
He built the jet engine.
So I think that the pollution that's being produced from the jet engines, right? Then the pollution is kicked into the air, and then water crystals form on them, and then clouds form because that's what water is doing on those.
But how about
particulates?
How about when you are watching a chemtrail and then all of a sudden it stops?
I think it has to have a certain atmospheric
Yes.
condition for it to happen.
Yes, it has to be water vapor that's collecting on the particles that are floating in the on
But
the pollution.
it just
They don't
stops. There's a hard stop.
Yeah, they don't happen on every airplane
yeah.
and every
I don't know.
100% of the flight.
I 100% believe it.
Yeah.
I do
I've
not.
seen so much.
I mean,
I've seen videos where they have the actual planes with the tanks in them, and they're like, yep, and these are the buttons that we push. It releases the right side.
Fair enough. I mean, that would be pretty convincing. I mean,
it wasn't just like guys talking about it like that fucking satire thing. It pisses me off that I fucking fell for that. Fuckers.
I mean, so
God damn it.
I think it's possible for sure. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done enough research to kind of have a true opinion on it, but I think it's hokey. But again, you need to kind of have your facts, right? So,
well, you know, and I was kind of digging at Disney to back up a little bit with the whole, they bought the rights, because they would buy the rights to the Bible just to fucking rewrite shit. And then adding the chemtrails. I heard that they weren't just putting chemtrails in the movies, that they were going back and adding them. So, you know, maybe it was on the same satire thing. I need to look at that. What was the name of that satire?
Babylon
Bee.
Bee.
I'm going to fucking I want to delete them or what is it called? You block them.
The other one is The Onion, right?
The Onion's another one, yeah.
I need to block all that stuff because I watch them and I believe them. I'm like, fuck, man.
They do a really good job.
Oh, they do it. They do it to totally fuck with people.
That's bullshit. Those are the people that, you know, they need to get in trouble for that shit because people believe them. Like, look at my dumbass.
Right? No, I get it. I get it.
But speaking of Disney, what about the scissor bumping acolyte that's out
the
there?
The lesbian Sith witches?
Yes. What's up?
I think they call them space witches, right?
Whatever.
Lesbian space witches.
Lesbian space witches.
The scissor queens, you know?
Well, what it is they're again, they're changing the canon and the lore of Star Wars.
They're wokeifying it.
And they're adding a bunch of woke bullshit to it. So there's this group of lesbian space witches. I haven't watched it. I refuse to watch it. I've read about it and I've watched videos of people talking about it.
I'm a huge proponent
and so hold on,
of Star Wars.
And so they were able to produce offspring asexually.
Just two ladies were able to create children.
Asexually.
Right. Like frogs.
Yeah, like frogs. They don't call it the force. They call it the thread. They call it the thread. Anyway, and they're using, you know.
So I have watched every single Star Wars thing that's ever been out there. I mean, whatever. I've watched most of them. 99% of them I've watched out there. I don't want to watch this one.
No, I'm passing.
And I'm
it's too politically or socially engineering or something.
What I'm afraid of is it's going to ruin Star Wars for me. I'm hoping that they turn a corner and go.
The producer, pull up.
That was a mistake.
What is it? Park? What is it? Park?
What?
South Park?
South Park. Kennedy. Star Wars.
Add a lesbian in.
Add a lesbian in. Stick it. Put a dick on her.
That was funny. That whole episode. But I don't want to watch it because I don't want it to ruin it for me. Where I don't want to watch any more.
Right.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I know this one's a piece of trash. I'm going to skip it. Right. Just like I didn't watch that She-Hulk. I was like, yeah, I enjoy some of those superhero movies. I'm not going to watch that because it's going to piss me off, and I'm not going to want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
I'll pass.
I don't watch any of that stuff.
Is her name Kennedy?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the CEO of Disney.
Yeah.
No, she's the CEO of the Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like the
She's in charge of Star Wars.
Bob somebody, right?
Bob Iger.
It's such a great legacy.
She's ruined it. She's come out and said her goal is to make Star Wars a woman power.
That's just so ridiculous. How would Bob allow that? How would I just
he totes that horn as well.
You know who was rolling over there in their grave? Walt Disney.
Walt
Disney is
and Roy E. Disney.
He was the ultimate family entertainment. That's all that mattered.
Yes.
You know.
There you go. Put that right there. The first one. I don't know if that's going to be it, but that's her sitting at the desk.
So anyway, so I refuse that, and they're using the they thems, and and the acting apparently is really bad, the writing is really bad, and just bullshit like that.
Very frustrating.
Yeah, so I'm not going to watch it.
But it was funny the way because on the South Park skit, Kenny's acting like she's Kathleen Kennedy, and everything they say.
It's Cartman.
His Cartman voice. Yeah. Cartman's like saying, fuck it, make her gay, put a dick on her, and just, shut up, make her gay.
Put a woman in it, make her gay.
It's just retarded.
It's not far from it. I mean, think about it. Every single show you watch now has to have a gay relationship. Has to. It has to have a gay relationship. Every single show.
I don't know. I'm watching The Tourist right now. Kind of an interesting on Netflix. They don't have any gay people in that.
I'm surprised. I'm watching House of the Dragon. Gay relationship.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
I've watched the first 2 episodes.
It's good.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's just, once again, another gay relationship all the time.
I wanted to finish watching the Game of Thrones again.
No, me too. That'd be great.
I'm on season 6 of Game of Thrones, and I kind of hit pause because you get burnt out on something.
Yeah.
You never finished it?
I've seen the whole thing once. I was watching it again because I want to watch it up to where I could start the House of Dragons.
Right.
Well, the House of Dragons is like
Free.
Yeah, it's like
Prequel.
100, 200 years before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still upset about how Game of Thrones ended. I thought they rushed that final season.
They did a lot of fucked up things. Like there was a fight scene where they ruined the fight scene because they turned it so dark that you couldn't even see what was going on.
Right.
All you could hear shit going on, and it's kind of like, all right, well, what was that all about?
Yeah, that was the last season when they were fighting the
last 2 episodes.
Winter King or whatever the hell they call him. I don't even remember.
And then Arya goes flying through the air, and you can't even see what's going on.
And then she just drops a knife.
Yeah, she goes up with the big dragon stone knife and glass knife, and she was going to stab him, and he grabs her wrist, and she's kind of just drops the knife, and then grabs it with her right hand and in the belly, and he's like, and that
was the end of it.
And then he killed all the rest of them because he was the main spawn because he killed the leader. And they all kind of dissipated.
And Game of Thrones, the entire 8 seasons was building up to that. That fucking wall, the Night's Watch and everything was building up to that, and it was that fast.
And they rushed it. And why, though? It was making so much money. So many people were watching. Why did they rush it?
Because they were getting in arguments. They were getting restless.
They ran out of books, for one thing. So they were making it up.
Oh yeah, they already went past, but they were consulting George.
He was
George
involved,
Martin.
But I think the directors were done and they moved on. They wanted to do something else.
Yeah, but
they're stupid. They're
stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you ruin the legacy of one of the most highly watched shows of all time?
I don't know.
And everybody's upset. Everybody was upset with the way it ended. It was ridiculous.
I think, what's her name? The Daenerys, I think her going crazy there at the end was a little over the top. It happened so fast.
Right.
They
rushed the whole thing.
Yeah.
They were going to get it done. So
I did enjoy the gratuitous nakedness. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, a lot of nudity, for sure.
I don't think they showed any peen, though, which is good.
That is good.
They showed the was it Hodor's penis.
Well, yeah, because he had a fucking arm down there.
Yeah, he walked by and I was kind of, good Lord, what the hell was that?
It was a third leg.
Hodor got big ding dong.
Yeah. I did think that was a very good. That episode was very well done, where they showed how he became. Yeah, the dick one. No, how they went back and showed how he became who he is.
Yes,
and tied it into the current one where he was holding back the door from all the skeletons or whatever the hell they called them.
Correct.
So that's
they never understood where Hodor came from.
Right.
His name.
Hold the door.
Right.
It's crazy that it was something that happened in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't even know.
Yeah.
Hodor. Crazy.
Dude, if you read the books are incredible.
I did. I read all the ones he's done. Anyway.
Me too. Fantastic book.
Yeah. Well, they're much younger in the book as well, which is kind of strange because, these people are having sex and they're 13, 14, So there's it's kind of weird in that regards, but like everyone's very young in the book, much younger than they are in the show.
In the show, yeah. Well, yeah, because you can't have 13-year-old actors and actresses
pulling nude scenes, doing deep throat.
As it is,
God.
Wow. God. It wasn't full on porn.
Well, the book.
You had to take it that extra step.
You really did.
I mean, that's usually my spot,
But you remember when Arya Stark there was a sex scene with her and people were uncomfortable.
Well, in the show there was, yeah.
Yeah. People were like, it was uncomfortable because she's like 20. I think she's as an actress. Actress. They were like, they got oogied out by it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they watched her grow up, right? When she first started the show, she was probably 12.
Yes, exactly.
You
They
know?
watched her grow up, and they're like, we're not ready to see her naked, right?
They didn't show her naked, did they?
I think there was some topless. I don't know.
I don't recall that.
I don't know.
Hold on. What is it? Arya
Stark.
You doing Arya Stark nude?
Yep. Full nude. Yep. Gotta always put on full nude.
Full nude.
Yes. Oh, stop it. That's not what you're looking at. You might put safe search on. God almighty. What are you doing over there?
Is it like all beaving out?
Yes. Beaving everywhere.
No.
It's beaving onto me. Turn that shit off.
That's her.
No, that's all doctored.
That is fake.
That's totally fake.
It is, but it looks like her. Look at that face.
Oh, my God.
What? Whoa.
She's 12 there.
Why did that show up? What is going on here? I need to take that off immediately.
It wasn't.
What was it?
It wasn't that immediate.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me X out of this.
All right, that
really
shouldn't be on
slow.
there. That shouldn't be on there. Someone should turn that off.
My mouse is way over here.
Hey, let me navigate over to the corner where I can click the button. I need to click on that now.
It was just an AI drawing of her front. And on the bottom right-hand corner, an advertisement just populated out of nowhere.
Which, by the way, is never going to leave. It's going to be on there forever now.
I'm going to have to burn the computer.
Splash
now it's associated with our Dudes Like Us account.
Oh, great.
There we go.
No,
well, dudes like us do that kind of shit, so.
I guess.
Yeah, but she was like bending over, and there was like some machine doing something to her.
Oh, my God.
That is not in Game of Thrones.
That's definitely not.
They didn't have machinery like that.
But you know what it was? What is the Dragon Queen's name?
Daenerys.
She was
pretty
beautiful, man. When she came out of that bonfire and she was all naked, I was like, God bless.
Yeah.
What did the devil give me today?
Yeah.
It comes out with those the eggs.
The eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was just cool. Can you imagine having dragons like that? They're is untrained, but they're still feral. But that was cool. Fucking pets like that.
Pets. Yeah.
They don't shed.
It was. I do.
Yeah, but they go around.
No, they do. They
killing
do
things.
Yes, they do. Dragons. They shed scales. They do shed. It's not hair, but it's scales.
Well, yeah, we use those for like plates or something.
Yeah, like make purses.
Yeah.
Serving plates. You can make armor out of them.
They're handy. Yeah, they're handy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, in World of Warcraft, you'd buy dragon armor.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, God. Here we go. We're geeking out right now. Don't we have a bourbon that we're drinking?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I think Mr. Producer's trying to hint us. He's
like,
zooming in on
Yeah,
it.
look at the zoom. It's zoomed in so much it's pixelated.
All right, we got Devil's River whiskey.
Well,
And
which
this
one-
this one's pretty hot. It's 124 proof, I believe.
Which one is this? Is this cast strength or what is this?
It's got to be. It's got to be cast.
Very
Scroll
high
back up real quick. What is this one called? Distillers Select Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
That says 100 and something proof, but at least my eyes are.
Well, that says 120 proof right there.
All right. Here we
What
go.
is ours?
He's got it. It
We
is
need youthful eyes to see that.
130. What? 120.
120.
120 proof.
Yeah, the same as that up there.
It's got a nice hue. I don't know how long it's been aged.
Well, I'll tell you what.
let's
The initial
see here.
thing is it's spicy.
And
It's definitely hot, and you can taste it hot. This is a sipping bourbon for sure.
Okay, and
I
first
like-
off,
I like the nose on it. The
And-
nose was really good.
and this is a Texas mash bill,
It's from Devil's River.
Devil's River. And where is that?
It's in Texas.
Down by
Oh.
south somewhere.
That's very intuitive. All right, aged in Texas, a minimum of 2 years.
Southwestern Texas.
A minimum of 2 years. I can't. The writing is so
Part of the
damn
Rio
small.
Grande.
All right. Anyway,
It's a drainage basin for the Rio Grande.
great. All right. Well,
Well, I have to say, I'm not a fan of this one.
not great, not horrible.
No, I'm not a fan. When
I would say
sip I
middle of the
took-
road.
Yeah, it's got some tobacco. Look, I'm not going to kick it out of the bed. Would I buy this? I'm glad we have it. I wouldn't want to. I want to keep it. I wouldn't want to get rid of it because it's hot and I like hot ones. And the tobacco taste, I kind of like.
Well,
It's an acquired taste.
When you say you don't want to get rid of it, like,
I don't want to.
do we take bottles in the backyard and just kind of dump it in the flower bed?
No, but I mean, we need to make a note, and we
Never
need,
to try it again.
Well, I mean, we can. If we really want to, if someone's got to tear up their ass, by all means, let's fucking finish it up. But I'm just saying, I like it enough to where I wouldn't want to get rid of it. I think it's okay. I think it's good. I'll put it in the good category.
Well, I don't think we drink it. Well, actually, we have drank stuff just to get rid of it. But I don't think we do that very often. We drink it to have it, right? So there's probably one more in there to do it.
To get it down to infinity bottle, or
Right. I'm not saying we're going to do it anytime soon, but I'll do it again. But the first sip I took of this, it was
pretty rough.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting it down, and it's a strong flavor.
Hard time getting it down.
I did. I was just.
It's hot, man. It's got to breathe, and I'll tell you what, it's been sitting here for 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah, almost an hour.
It doesn't seem to be helping.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while.
Well, it didn't help. All right, well, the Devil's River, so let's size this up real quick. It's spicy. It's really spicy. It's really hot. I like the taste. Strong tobacco.
I like the nose.
Yeah, the nose is good. The aftertaste is kind of
A little rough.
caustic. It is rough. It's rough. I give this a 6.4.
I'm gonna go 6.
I'm going to give it a 6 just because of the nose. And I don't know. I may even go a little bit lower than that. I'm going to go 5.7.
All right. Any last second talks? You want to say anything, Lon?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, it's July 2nd. Dudes Like Us. Thank you, Mr. Producer, Mr. Austin. Shout out to Devil's River. Shout out to 1845 Distillery and Lowry's Crossing. Check us out on Instagram, Dudes Like Us. Check us out on Instagram, podcast and Woodcraft. Shit, Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
Just defeated.